Nollywood actress Omotala Jalade was forced to evacuate California because of the outbreak of fire in Los Angeles. Once again, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time coming across this channel, why can't you consider yourself to be a subscriber to this amazing family and turn on the notification button and subscribe. Apparently, a lot of you might not know who is Omotala Jalade Omotala Jalade was a popular Nollywood actress, well known far back as the 90s and 2000. She came into spotlight because of her talented skills in interpreting role movies in Nollywood industry way back. Some of her movies include Blood Sister, Games Women Play, and The Last Flight, and a lot more of them. Recently, Omotala Jalade was no longer in Nigerian movie industry. Right now, she has embarked on a journey to pursue her career in Hollywood. Thereby, right now, Omotala Jalade is no longer living in Nigeria. She based in California, where she pursued her career in Hollywood. Recently, there was this outbreak of fire in Los Angeles, and this outbreak of fire destroyed a lot of properties. As of right now, $52 billion worth of properties has been lost because of this outbreak of fire in California. And right now, a lot of people are homeless. A lot of people have lost their properties. A lot of people have lost everything. They start living with life. Right now, Omotala Jalade made this post on his IG account because she was forced to evacuate California because of sepsis. She said, "Oh God, please, we lift city Los Angeles up before you. We need you. Look like I might have to evacuate. Oh Lord, this is heartbreaking for my friends already affected. Touchdown Abuja when my Americana fans follow me back to Nigeria." Apparently, I really feel for these families that lost their properties because I can't even imagine what it means for you to lose your house, everything you labored for years. I saw many couples that said that they lost everything. They worked for 40 years. All those things were burned into ashes just in a few minutes. Right now, I feel their pain because it is not easy, let alone right now people are struggling just to meet up their responsibility. But this now takes me back to people that bring out this slogan, Jabba. Yeah, Jabba is good because apparently right now, Omotala Jalade is in Nigeria because I saw where she said, touchdown Abuja. Thank God for her safety. Thank God for granting her safety back home. But this now brings us this issue. We should also remember the way that led us home because sometimes where we are going might not be the paradise we hope so. Yes. Apparently, if Omotala Jalade did not have a place like Nigeria where she can run to, what can she do now? Because right now, it seems that her house is also being affected. Thereby, she knew to evacuate for safety. So this is why I tell people out there, please, we should learn from people. We shouldn't allow ourselves to be in the same issue because I see people that lost it all in overseas and back home they left nothing. So whenever you are in this world, please remember the way that led you home. Don't allow crisis to remind you the way that led you home. If you are in overseas and you are making some money, try to build something back home. Build house, build investment back home. We knew that Nigeria is not good, but apparently it's still our home. There is nothing we can do about it. And thereby, we still need to pay homage and pay patriotism. So whatever you are doing, please remember to put something back home in case of crisis. I remember during the time of COVID bring this all. It was during the time of COVID. A lot of people want to go back to Nigeria. A lot of people were stocked up. Even I was stocked up in overseas. I was looking a way to go back home. The flight has been cancelled. They have shut down the road. Everywhere is shut down. No movement. Stay where you are. And that is when you remember that is a place called home. Don't just allow crisis to remind you. Because during the time of COVID, when I was in overseas, I know what I passed through. To pay house rent, to feed was luxury. A lot of people were hungry. Nothing like feeding. People were stopped from their job for good 2 years. Everywhere was shut down. You can't even eat. To eat was luxury. Some people start eating once a day, once in 2 days. Apparently, a lot of people that was buying during COVID, They were buying not because they were infected with the COVID. No, some of them were buying because of hunger and starvation. And sometimes people don't know because any buy cases then it will be attributed as COVID issue. So please let us not allow crisis to remind us home. Whatever you are doing, wherever you are, even if you're living luxury, remember that something can happen. All right, now let's take a look at this Ukraine crisis. I know a lot of people that was in Ukraine. They were living their life. They were students enjoying their life. They don't even think about going back home. But when the war started in Ukraine and the Russian, apparently a lot of things happened. That was when everyone started to remember home. People left everything because when you are running away for safety, you will not think about anything. People left everything they labored for there, and a lot of things were destroyed there. So please, nowhere is perfect. Anything can happen. My heart goes out for the families that lost their properties. Honestly, I can't even imagine the feelings where you look at what you labored for years burning to ashes in just few minutes. My heart really goes out for them. Thank God for Matala Jalade. Thank God for her safety because few months ago she just came out and said that she did surgery for her life. Now, this is fire outbreak in California. Please, if we remember that we still have home, it will be a good point. I do see people say that, oh, don't build house in Africa. Don't build house in Nigeria. What do you mean don't build house in Africa? Whenever something happened that place you are, where will you run to? Where will you run to? Like it happened. No one prays for it, but it do happen. That is how we live life. You should plan. If something happened, what should I do? People don't think that way. And anybody who don't think that way, definitely you will gonna lose a lot of things. In fact, that was the time you will be between the devil and blessing. Because that is what happened to me when COVID came. That first COVID, I suffered. I saw a lot. What I saw in COVID, I'm not even wishing it even my worst enemy to see it. Because the experience, I cannot even explain. Even if I start to say it on this video, I can't even finish it. That is the time you will know that what really matters in this life is food, shelter, health. That's all. Any other thing can be maneuvered. Any other thing can wait. But you see, food, shelter, and health, it was the three key important things during COVID. A lot of people were looking for food. Where I was living, people were on the street. Some people were on the street being homeless. Some people cannot even afford transport fare to take themselves back to their hometown. A lot of villagers, even the people that owns the country, were homeless. No job, nothing. Everything was put to hold. Studies were moved online. A lot of things. Workers lost their job. Then how can they survive? How can they pay their rent? How can they eat? People were depending on their saving, old time saving. And this COVID brought down people's status. I know many rich people, they were working on money. They have money. But after COVID, all those people go back to zero. Because that time we were on COVID, what we survived with was our savings. Once you exhaust your savings, apparently you are going to see yourself on the street. And I know many people that was living on the street, both in the harsh weather condition and in the hot weather condition. So please, whatever you're doing, remember the road that led you home. It's very important because if you keep something home, if anything happens where you are, you cannot run back home and hide for shelter. Whenever the things stop, you cannot come back. But when you don't keep anything and something has happened, how can you go back? What are you going back to go and meet? So please, this should be a moral lesson to a lot of us out there that live in diasporas. Remember the home that led you home. If you have watched up to this moment, thank you for watching on a beautiful, on a bye.